we're going to talk about the move out process and what you have to do to get ready as a tenant to move out of one of our properties. We had this recently where we had a move out situation and there was something missed on the move in inspection sheet, and on the move out it was obviously there was a closet that was damaged that wasn't caught on the move in, but it was still damaged on the move out. So that created a huge problem. And eventually, we worked it out, but there was always that thing of, well, the tenant caused it. No, they didn't. Here's the damage, and then the landlords get stressed. So we want to make sure we document everything on move in and the move out process. But today we're just going to talk about move out. So to move out of one of our properties here at Keyrenter Provo, we're going to have you fill out an information sheet, right? And we're going to basically make sure that we have the number of house keys that you got when you first moved in. We're going to make sure that you have the number of remotes for the garage doors, if it applies, that are returned. We're going to make sure we have the mail key returned as well. We're going to make sure that the clubhouse keys are returned if there's a pool or a weight room or just a clubhouse that you can rent. And then we'll make sure that you're returning all those items, and then that you've removed all the personal possessions from the property. You're going to check the box yes or no. And then we're going to have the tenant, you, sign the documentation that you approve that all these things are true and that they're accurate. And then we'll basically take the keys and the clubhouse keys and the mail keys and everything. We'll put them in a special place in the property so that when the next person moves in, they're ready to go and they're in the same spot that they were when we put them there. But let's talk about the cleaning checklist, because that's going to be important about what needs to be cleaned and how well. So we want the property to be in the same condition that it was, if not better. And I know that's an old school, mentality, but my father always said, hey, make something look better than when you got it. So I would hope that as a tenant, you would want to espouse that philosophy, but not required, but at least in the same condition, meaning carpets need to be cleaned and shampooed professionally. The refrigerator needs to be cleaned out and needs to be completely clean. The stove, same thing. All the blinds, all the drapes, all the countertops, all the cupboards wiped out. The floors cleaned and swept and mopped, obviously, as well as the microwave. Very easy to forget. We found some really fun, exciting microwaves with lots of juicy excitement inside. So let's not do that. We want to make sure the light fixtures are all wiped out and dusted out, and the light fixtures as well wiped down with electrical sockets. Make sure the windows are clean. Make sure the doors are clean, especially kind of that area by the baseboard that gets a little smudgy with fingerprints. We want to make sure the shelves are cleared out, all the drawers are cleared out, and then the sinks and the floors and the tubs are nice and shiny and scoured to make sure that that there's no mold or any problems with that. And then we also ask that the mirrors are completely clean as well. The baseboards are dusted, the closets are cleared out, especially those corners in the backs that you don't see where the clothes are. Vacuum it with the hose, with the vacuum, regular vacuum, and then the hose on the vacuum. Make sure those are clean. And then on the bathrooms, we mentioned that briefly, but the toilets need to be cleaned well and sanitized. And then also the medicine cabinets cleared out, light fixtures also cleaned. And then, they get very dusty on those vanity lights above the mirror, so make sure those are dusted off and cleared off or replaced. And then finally, of course, we want to make sure that in the bedrooms all the baseboards are clean, the blinds are clean, the windows are clean, the walls are wiped down if there's smudges, or noted if they need to have some touch up with paint. And then make sure the carpets are cleaned professionally and vacuumed. And then with the outside or the exterior, you want to make sure the deck is cleared off. You want to make sure any garbage or debris is cleared out. Any weeding, obviously, or mowing that needs to be done is finished. And you want to make sure that the doors are all cleaned, the shelves are cleared off in the garage. Make sure, again, the door openers are turned in with the other keys. And then, of course, if there's any sort of general, like cobwebs or dirt or leaves or anything, you want to blow those out of the carports or the garages. In general, you just want to make sure that all the closets are cleared out, all the floors are clean, windows are clean, doors are clean, face plates for the electrical outlets, light switches, and then of course all the light, hardware and the glassware is also clean. So make it look like it's somewhere that you want to move into. And that and you always have the option, if you choose, to get a professional cleaner. We have several options for those if you don't have the time or don't want to clean it. And then we just pull that from your deposit, whatever that deposit is. So there's lots of options, but make sure that when you move out, the property's clean. That way that we don't, if it's not, then we do have to come in with our own cleaners, and you're subject to whatever they charge, which may be different than what you can get for deals. So we highly recommend you take care of the cleaning yourself. Anyway, that's how you turn in your keys. You get it ready for move out. We'll come do a final inspection, go through the property with you. You sign off on it, and then you move to your next location. And we appreciate our tenants and the way they take care of our properties. Thanks for listening here at KeyrenterProvo.com.